Hello everyone, my name is Madhusudan Singh. I'm assistant professor at Department of AI and Big Data, Andicott College at Wusung University. So today I am going to talk about Healthcare 4.0 for specifically blockchain technology under the project of BioHealth COSS University, like BioHealth Innovation Sharing University. So in this project, as we know nowadays, the healthcare system is going to be improving. Like all side is the digitalization or new technologies is coming, and those technologies has using to adopting to healthcare systems. So in there is a blockchain technology is also new emerging technologies is going on, but people are known to this blockchain technology as cryptocurrencies and finance based things. But in this class, I'm going to talk about how can be used and how can be blockchain technology gonna be improve the healthcare systems in a new industrial healthcare 4.0 case. So our prologue about this course is the learners will understand about blockchain as a services, helps healthcare system to manage the healthcare supply and the securing the patient data, and what the provide the privacy of not disclosing to any private data to globally accessing. And the best blockchain technology is going to be provide the best thing is the giving to data can be accessed by globally. Like if once from the Korea patients want to be moved some another country, they can share with with the help of blockchain technology to be share this easily. So this course we are going to introduce about to students will be ability to the design, develop and test their own blockchain enabled healthcare decentralized applications, and they can understand to how to be they can easily make their blockchain related blockchain server for where they're gonna be use those data. So in this class we will examine how blockchain technology will provides immutable secure distributed ledgers to ensure the resilience and provenance traceability to manage the sensitive healthcare data. So course will discuss the many immediate benefits. For example, is blockchain enable healthcare system is easy to accessibility, health data, decrease the cost of the data management related things, enhancing the healthcare system to be based on the data regularities, rule and regulations things. So in addition, we will also explore the interoperability of blockchain technology in the healthcare system with the technology related things. So this platform explain the broader knowledge of use to digital healthcare system, that is we call that healthcare 4.0 new things. So we have the keywords about this course like blockchain technology, digital healthcare, data management, health data management, and privacy, healthcare securities related things. So these are our contents to that we're gonna be talking about. That first I'm going to introduce that what is the healthcare 4.0 meaning, what is the meaning of really healthcare 4.0. Then we're going to introduce some basic blockchain technology, how to what the blockchain is and how it work. Then we're gonna be used for the how to blockchain enable to do in 4.0 healthcare 4.0, and then healthcare services will provide to how to blockchain gonna be provide the healthcare 4.0 services, and they make the secure. That is our fourth contents. And fifth contents is the blockchain healthcare in I'm going to give the example how to be see that examples, how to blockchain gonna be enabled, or how can be blockchain gonna be create in the network. And at last we have some summary of this course whole courses. So let's talk about first what is the healthcare 4.0. As a healthcare why we are giving the healthcare 4.0, that is inspired from the industry 4.0. Like first we have the only where in old time we have unfettered physician autonomy and scared doctors and patient relationship. Second, in healthcare 2.0 has the healthcare system, this entire healthcare team as well as the patient being treated as mere to conditions like commodities. And healthcare 3.0 is the new era. In this era, that patient relies on the informations available on the internet. The patient mostly focus on the what the data is available. They sometimes they don't go to doctor, they just believe on the internet contents data things, and they will start. And if they're gonna be share some information through the internet to data with the doctors. And now we have industry for healthcare 4.0 industry. That is healthcare 4.0 means they're providing the treatment based on the electronic data analysis. Means what is you have a data in from the beginning to ending to store the data. Doctors in the hospitals, they will analyze those data, and then according to those data they will give you, they can prescribe you the medicines and whatever they find it your major problems, what you have, the disease, what type of kind of disease you have as a patient. So that is we're talking about the healthcare 4.0 is mostly focused about to the data analysis of the doctors, or doctors with the patient, or doctors analyze the data about the patient's disease things. So for example, like healthcare 1.0 set in the world of the unfettered physician autonomy and scared doctors patient relationship coupled with the incredible focus on the art and humanity medicines. Healthcare.0 emerged as the response to the aforementioned of shortcoming of healthcare 1.0 and empowering the patients to have the greater control over their own healthcare. Healthcare 3.0 they set out the restore strong human bonds and trusted the relationship at their heart of the healing, while the investigating, invigorating of the medical practices with the patient-centric approaches. And in the fourth healthcare 4.0, they have virtualization services. They have personalization for the patients, the professionals and other stakeholders of the healthcare stakeholders, leading the overall improvement of the healthcare services through the new technologies or advanced technologies that are available in current time. As we can see, that is the healthcare using to advanced technology. Those nowadays healthcare has using to in advanced technologies, lot of advanced technology we have. For example, blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, robotics. We heard about the robotics operation is nowadays robotics doing the operations about the patients. Mobile technology they using for the telehealth system, without going to hospital, without going to meet to doctor, through the online, through the phone. On the phone we can talk with the doctors and we can tell them to our problems, and doctor is going to be prescribed on online way. That is mobile technologies, that telehealth. We have like AR, VR and MR, augmented reality, virtual reality and mixed reality based operations and doctors view to see some disease and some problems. Internet of things, that is also provided by the communicating with the small devices are connected with the internet. So doctors, whatever they're gonna be see the patients, they just provide those information upload the internet, through the internet the patients can be see and they can discuss each other's. Big data is the big things in this technology things. All big data, we know that as a big data means its name is itself saying that big data. That big up means there is a huge amount of data related with the patients, related with the disease. Those things, those are analyzed by the doctors and patients together, and they will provide to the different prescriptions, and those things they do the healthcare systems work on those based on those data analysis things. Additive manufacturing, like we have some have a hand injury and some other problems, so they can be make it some 3D printing and those type of technologies they can provide to change make it the new hand or that leg, those type of issues, that additive manufacturing thing. And cloud computing is also itself has some storage place where data is gonna be stored, and those data gonna be globally accessible for the all stakeholders of the healthcare systems. So these are the introduction about these are some new technologies, what technologies are using current time or in the future they're gonna be used in the healthcare systems. But still there is some limitations in the healthcare 4.0. as we talk about there is a big data, there is a cloud computing, blockchain technologies, AI and those new technologies, they all is generating a lot of data, right? So those data have managing those things, there is some limitation of using to advanced technology in healthcare 4.0. So that is the first limitation. We can talk about data fragmentations. So we have big data. huge amount of patients data, disease data, and so many things. So but we cannot fragment. That is, fragmentation means we need to classify which disease for the we related with the which patients and what is the issues. So managing those things, analyzing the classifying and fragmenting those data, that is the big issue, big challenge for this healthcare system, current digital healthcare systems. Second, we have to access to the patient data. Accessing the patient data is weak from the internet. Sometimes internet gonna be problem, and sometimes those data is really patient want to share with the doctors, or patient want to be disclose that data to public platform or not. That is also accessing the data of patients is also a big challenge. System inoperability. System inoperability means there is some different systems. So though they are connected with the internet and IoTs and those type devices connected with the healthcare system, so those systems are not interoperability. They are not performing well together to be accessing the all informations and all details from the patients and or from the doctors, vice versa. Through cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness is also a big challenge in the digital healthcare systems, in advanced healthcare systems. As much as we are going to use advanced technologies in there, the cost gonna be increased. So those costs, how going to be managed those costs, that new technologies also, those data also, accessing the also. So there is a managing those data, accessing the new technologies, applying the new technologies in the healthcare system. That is the making the new cost and increasing the cost. We have security of health data. That is the big issue, like HIPAA, healthcare system of personal data. That is international organizations who is responsible to making this HIPAA is making to the rule and regulations, cannot leak any personal data to others. So patient data must be the very sensitive data. It's not gonna be leaked to worldwide and not gonna be public. So that is the making those data security. That is also big challenge in the current digital healthcare system. Then we have data validation and verifications. Like over the internet, we are receiving the data, like from cloud or from big data, from the Internet of Things. So, but how much doctors or how much patients are assured that those data are not modified by the attackers and anything. So those data, who gonna be validate that data? That data is correct or not? So that data validation and verification is also big challenge in this digital healthcare or healthcare 4.0 systems. So for this, we have to talk about we try to introduce to blockchain technology in this to solve these problems. Let's see how can we solve these problems in the first, before going to talking about digital healthcare, this challenges solutions, we talk about I introduce the blockchain technology. How to blockchain technology gonna be used? What is the blockchain technology, and how this blockchain technology gonna be implemented in the networks things? So what is the blockchain technology? As we know that blockchain is the distributed ledger or distributed technology where enables the digital asset and transacted and traded in near or real times. So the record it keeps in the permanent and irreversible. What's this mean? Like blockchain is permit the transactions to be gathered into blocks and recorded in the server, and cryptographically change the block in the chronological order. Chronological order means first what is coming to first, that is gonna be added in the first in the network. So second, we have to allow the resulting ledger to be accessed by the different servers. So these are the basic features of the blockchain technology, and in short we can say that blockchain has the four basic importance of the network for the creating the any blockchain, and or we can say blockchain has the four basic pillars. All blockchain network is based on these four basic pillars. The first one is like distributed ledger. What the distributed ledger means? There is what information is stored. Those all information are all information is stored in the stakeholders of the node. Means if we are creating some network, each network has how many nodes? Each node has the same information. They are storing the same information in their own systems. So that is the distributed ledgers. Second, we have the cryptography. What those information is stored, they store in the block, that block as a crypto form. cryptographically they are created, or they are secured. And those, so if someone attacker is attack the system, so they can see that cryptography, that cryptographical message they can see. They cannot break it, they cannot hack it, those data. So that's why they're using two cryptography things. Third, we have the smart contract. A smart contract is some rule and regulations we are created, or owner of the network, or who is the initiator of the network, he can create it, that who gonna be involved in the network. And these are the rules. They cannot gonna be leak this data outside. They're gonna be pay this much fee about those things, accessing the data and all things they prepare, that created by the initiator of the networks, or those he create like some agreement in the form of computer programs, when the terms and conditions of an agreement can be programmed, designed to be self-execute themselves. For example, like if someone new node is going to be come, they automatically generate that some rule and regulations created by the code, by the programmed by the initiator, and they will agree those program, and then it is gonna be join the network. So that is the smart contract. Basic example is, for example, we have the vending machines, right? In the vending machine, we going to buy some water or cola, those things. So what we are doing that things, we just go, we see that every vending machine, they are mentioned the price. They are mentioning the automatically price, that $1 for the cola, $1 1500 Korean won for the water, and others cider and other things. So what they are, we just pay that money and we take it that water, whatever we want, we take it the water. So that means there is automatically generated $15. If you gonna pay, then you get it the water. So that is the smart contract logic. Same thing, it gonna be used in the blockchain network. They have make it some rules. If someone is coming, they are agreeing, okay, I'm agree with these rules, and they're gonna be joining the network. That things and can be access the data. And fourth and last, we have to the consensus. Consensus is the information can be added into the blockchain only if or a defined number of participants are going to validate and verify that information, what information going in the network. So current consensus means we have like more than 100 people's our network in the system. So we more than 51% people going to be agree about to any data going to be stored in the network or not. If 51% of people are agree, then those data gonna be stored in the network. Otherwise, it's not gonna be stored, or it gonna be denied that this data not gonna be accessed. So that make the consensus, make the some agreement between the nodes. Nodes here, nodes means those is gonna be people who are involved in the network, stakeholders. So next we have this 4 pillar, how to solve those challenges. Just like this, we talk about distributed ledger, cryptography, smart contract, and consensus. How to solve this challenge, that challenges about to we talk about in the previous sections. How do they solve that problems or challenges in here? For example, distributed ledger, they provide to decentralized data storage. That means we don't have to worried about we store data in the one place. So if some places is just like in the cloud computing, we store the data in the only one server. So then it is problem if someone attackers can be attack only one servers. But if we are shared, we have this shared distributed ledger, then all information are stored in the different places. So if one server has gonna be attacked, still we have to our others same information we have can be accessed, and we can make it more secure. Those things. Second is accessibility of data to all shareholders. So like if distributed ledger means who is the stakeholders, who is the involved the network, they can access the whole data based on their rule and regulations agreement, and they can access the data things. Second, we have to cryptography. Cryptography is provide to data confidentiality. It gonna be secure. It gonna be give that you confident that all data is secure because of this cryptography system. We have data encryptions. Data encryptions gonna be encrypted data is stored in that way. So if attacker is attacked, they cannot get it those data, they cannot understand what data is there. And secure access to the patient data. So based on this cryptography method, data gonna be accessible, is securely accessible for the any doctors to patient, patient to doctors, like that way. Then we have to smart contract. A smart contract, it reduce the transaction cost and increase the trustability, because they have independent, they have the complete clear information that these are the rules, and if they have mentioned this information not gonna be shared with the outside of the network, that means that not gonna be happen. So that is the make the trustability, trust between the network. We have elimination of third party. So we don't require to any third party to make that this provide this system to accessing the data from the network or from the other nodes. And fourth, we have to talk about to consensus. Consensus is make the transparency between the nodes or between the stakeholders. They can see what is there and what is going on in the network. So they make the transparency between these nodes, and reducing the time lags. So that time lags, maybe it gonna be reduce the time process. It's not gonna be take too much time, like once we upload the data and then we need to wait for that data verify by the others. So but is consensus is make that who is available, they can just verify and get it some their reward. And last, we have to authenticate and authorize data. That means with the consensus is giving the proof that you have data has validated and verification is not modified by anyone. So these four pillars are providing to this type of basic informations or basic security, and they overcome to the challenges in the healthcare 4.0. So let's see. Like in healthcare system, we have we can define two types of healthcare systems, like permission-based, permissionless blockchain and based healthcare system, and permissioned blockchain healthcare system. Permissionless is the accessible to all members of the network and is available on any device, and every users can be access the code, verify the transaction, and interact with the others and stay anonymous. And permissioned means we have make the closed network. So in a hospital case, in the healthcare system case, we can create that permission based network that is more useful. If someone is accessing any data, they need to permissioned, not gonna be accessed by the globally without permission, without consent about to doctors or consent about to the patients who has those data things. So permission blockchain is the allows only authorized participant, all users have roles and permissions. All permission blockchain has rules and regulate transaction between the network's members things. And then last, let's gonna be talk about to how to inbuild the blockchain technology in the full healthcare 4.0 systems. So in here, as we can see, that is the blockchain enabled healthcare 4.0 management stakeholders. First, that if we are going to create this blockchain base, that we need to decide that who is the stakeholders who are going to be involved in the network. So that is the first one is, of course, there is a patient and doctors. So healthcare centers, they have some systems like healthcare patient gonna be hospitals, clinics, and those things, all information going to be stored. So patient must be the one of the stakeholders. Second, physicians and specialist doctor. Physicians has like some basic problems, some cold and catch a cold and fever like things, so he go for the physicians things. Then we have a specialist doctor if we have some big issues, some big disease, so we require to the specialist of the doctors. Clinical trials and lab research, where the data gonna be tested, blood test and those test issues about testing related things. And medications, that can be possible to what medication doctors gonna be prescribed to patient. So those medication systems gonna be available in this is the one healthcare system, and medication can be taken from the outside of the some medical shops and those things. Patient and caretakers, family members of the patient who are take care of these things. Public healthcare, that is the for the insurance. Public healthcare means there is the issues from the public healthcare system. There is some small organizations, small clinics, they're gonna be provide some basic healthcare informations to the patients and can be prescribed for the bigger hospitals, those things. So public healthcare system. And last, we have to health insurance organizations. So those health insurance organizations are responsible for the how much insurance gonna be claimed by the patients and those things all. So insurance organization, they can directly see in the network that how much his patient is paid and how is going to be inside of the covering the insurance or not. So these are the some basic stakeholders that can be involved in the whole blockchain network. So let's see, that is the example I'm giving, that like how to process this network. So for example, patients are in store in sitting in the admit in the hospitals, then those data go patients like he has in some ventilator and those things, so those data is going to be automatically stored in the blockchain servers, and from the blockchain networks doctors don't go to patient, that is just sitting their place, he can watch those data and accessing the data from the hospitals, and then it to gonna be stored to be those information gonna be shared with the insurance office and hospitals payment and those things. And after that, patient gonna be pay the payment services through the payment services, and the research organizations can be access those information from the blockchain network and servers, and then it gonna be like prescribed by the medication, the medical shops, those medical shops are stored, those information is automatically can be accessed from the blockchain network through the digital device, don't need to patients prescribe in the paper or any other things. So these are connected with the all. Here we can see there is a patient, doctors, hospitals, insurance organizations, and research organizations and payment services, all they are connected with through the blockchain network. They can directly access and they can directly approve and validate their information, what type of they are accessing in the network. Then like let's see some examples about to this. I'm just giving to example for this blockchain network in the disease. So just as currently we know, the biggest issue is the COVID-19. So I'm making some blockchain based COVID certificate or passport, vaccine passport. So here we can see that doctor vaccinate the one person, that person's information, doctor information, vaccination details, like what vaccine he got it, which clinic he got it, that vaccination local information, and all is stored automatically in the blockchain server. And next time patients want to go one place to another place or one country to another country move, so then he can vaccinated person details record on the electronic medical records, and which is owned by the persons, this become up in the blockchain network. And then the vaccination information can be accessed by the requested group after the approval of the persons. For example, persons going to be his office, and office persons want to know that you are vaccinated or not. So his job workplace, then workplace gonna be verify, he just give that ID, and that workplace people can be verified with the blockchain, get the information from the blockchain network, okay, this ID person is got the vaccinated or not. Similar, if you want to go to outside of the country, he registered their passport in the blockchain network, that this with this passport information related person got the vaccinated in this place and that location and that vaccine. And then he go to airport, and when people are seeing his informations too, they can verify that yeah, he got the vaccinated. So he don't need required to take it the printout and take it some paper, certificate paper and those things through the mobile and through the digitally, he can be show them to their vaccination information. So this system, I just give the example how to COVID-19 vaccination details or information can be helps to this blockchain networks related things. Next, we are going to talk about the challenges in service challenges and healthcare service blockchain technology in healthcare 4.0 services and challenges. What type of challenges is there? So let's see. It is the healthcare system, like medical inventory, they provide to effective and cost efficient with this blockchain is wellness mobile applications provide to powerful monitoring. We can monitor the anywhere with the help of this mobile informations. Electronic medical records, that is better and easy collaboration between the healthcare and stakeholders, and transparent the trusted and healthcare process. That the another globally access patient data, that is well organized and secure the data. That is the completing giving the blockchain technology is giving the that much benefits of using in digital healthcare systems. So here we can see these services are providing in the blockchain network. These services are providing like healthcare management, healthcare data management, constant prescriptions, manage financial insurance, drug traceability, clinical trials tracking, and global health care, and sharing the healthcare data record in the globally, and provide to output out of the network claims the net to getting these services, and healthcare management system. So the blockchain network can be provide this type of some basic or important services to be regarding the patient and regarding the doctor's details things. So another services like medical records report, blockchain can save the medical record, can make the unchangeable healthcare supply chain. They can trace the whole system or the healthcare system, that how to work and what supply chain is using to like drugs and those things, resolve the traditional supply chain related issues effectively through the immutability and traceability of duplicity of drugs. Health insurance claim, so he just provide the blockchain ID and those things, so health insurance company can be also one stakeholders, so he can verify those information, and they can whatever they claim they can be written as a without any third party. And clinical research and data access, that ensure that fine and grained control of the data, so its security and shareable parameters for the single patient or group of the patient or clinical data is using. So these are the solutions we have provided, like data fragmentation, they're providing to decentralized computer network, IoT, and shared data across the network and nodes. Distributed secure access the patient data, that have providing the distributed secure access of to the patient's health data over the geography. Decentralized system interoperability, decentralized node, it's gonna be connectivity with the node authenticity. Cost effective is that there is no third party involvement, then automatically cost is going to be reduced. And security of health data, that's like cryptography ID, digital ID, they can provide to protect the patient privacy. And we have consensus algorithms, like they have more than every people are going to verify and validate the more than 51% of people going to verify the data in the network things. So, but still they have a lot of challenges. That challenges gonna be improved in the or working on those challenges, like new technology integration issue. There is a new technology like blockchain gonna be integrated with the AI, how to integrate with the AI, how to integrate with the IoT related health systems. So that is some new challenges to be, that is the new technology challenge, integration issues. Standardization, like rule and regulation, because this blockchain is technology in healthcare is just starting, so they have also very rule and regulations issues. There is no standardization. Data ownership, who's gonna be data owned, if you like patient data or hospital data, who's gonna be the ownership issue, that is also one challenge. And another challenge is the storage capability of data, like how much data gonna be stored in the some blockchain server and blockchain network memory. High initial cost is like if we going for the integrated the new technology with others with the blockchain network, so there is also high technology initial cost in the when establishing the network, that is the initial cost is little high. Uncertainty due to the consensus, because the consensus has a, if the network is a very huge, very big, then we require to consensus as a many peoples, so that there is uncertainty there, no one is going to give that immediately verify and validate the information. High energy consumptions as we use to blockchain network, so for this consensus, proof of work, and this validating those informations is take us some high energy consumptions. And security, like security means if someone is hacked the blocks, so in the block, inside of the block, in going to be a data is stored in the plain text, so that is the problem. And in the future, like coming to quantum computing and those things, then it process to be a need to be a more, make it the more secure, more quantum cryptography need to be used for the system for this blockchain network. Last, we're gonna be talk about. I'm going to give that an example how to use blockchain network for this data management healthcare systems. So this we have given that in systems about like blockchain based personal health information management system. We have introduced this, published in this paper. So this is our paper. We talk about to health mobile record, environmental records, information, medical insurance claim information, family health record information, electronic, and those all data will be stored in the blockchain, and where hospital doctors, researchers, and patient can be access those informations. So for this is our blockchain proposed architecture of the e-health chain. So that e-health chain has a first layer is the blockchain layer, where users are getting their authorizations, historic data, that is adapter layer, and application layer and device layer. So that is used for the patient can be take the measurement, authenticate the constant, and view the control health record with the help of doctors. And then device gonna be provide this store the informations, control and commands, and then measurement of data. And measurement of data, then in blockchain layer we can see whole information is stored the system. So this is our proposed technology, a blockchain enable application use case for the e-health chain system, where blockchain layer is we are using to hyperledger blockchain network. That hyperledger can be provided to be stored the systems in the blockchain layer. Then adapter layer we provide the REST and client explorer and Google API adapter applications interface. And application layer we use to mobile application, mobile app. With the help of this mobile applications, we just give the authenticate and give them token grant, get the all information. In device layer we can use this system in our mobile and Google Fit applications and Quadrium ARM BP monitors, and those things, those devices can be access this whole systems. So this is the example. We have healthcare system, e-health chain. We have authenticate like login, ID, password, and then we allow to what we're going to access, and we choose the correct our account, and then we provide to the blood pressure, health rate, and weight, and sleep counts, and all things. So here we can see that how much step counts are working on there, and this is the request for the accessing the doctors from this informations. So this is our complete blockchain networks related things. So here you can see that block, that is 287 block we created, and 288 block. So these are the value, what time we are accessing this system, our block, our data, and those information as stored in here. And now I'm just going to summarize this our whole content, this blockchain healthcare in healthcare system, blockchain technology in healthcare system. So blockchain technology is capable to provide the distributed, secure, trusted environment in the healthcare 4.0 system. Blockchain opportunities to in the patient data, portability, interoperability, and administration can be provide the answers to various challenges in the digital healthcare. And blockchain can make easy and mobile healthcare system that can be within the low cost, so we can access on those information anywhere and access the health data worldwide without compromising privacy of healthcare stakeholders. This is the whole things, and these are our references, and that's all for this course. Is going to be helpful for to make the blockchain technology and make the more secure and decentralized and distributed network for healthcare systems in coming future healthcare system, digital healthcare system, that is healthcare 4.0. Thank you.